I dated this girl right here. You finna sign up. You finna sign up for the 5,000 elite. Girl, you want to say something, man?
Yeah, hi, it's Gael. I'm just signing up for 5,000 elite just to help the community. Thanks.
So we out here, y'all. So he's signing up right now, man. I don't know if y'all can even see that. I can't even see that. You know what I'm saying? He's signing up right now. So, man, get yourself signed up. You want to tell him where you from, man? You want to tell him where you from?
No.
Yeah, he's from straight West African all day. Look at that. Look at that lips. Look at them nose. Look. That's straight West African all day. You gonna get that. Right. No, that's straight West African all day. You know what I'm saying? And, man, we got finna get heavy. Let's do it. What up, Gail? You want to show off what you got? He got his little representation stock. I can't show it to you because I don't want you to see his name and all that. That's private stuff. But he got that. Checking out your email. What you get in your email?
I think it's there.
So he got his email right there, and sign up and get your card right. Sign up there. Well, he right here, so he don't need. He can get his. He got his card out right here. So he got his card right here.
So I have to just sign up for that?
No, you right here, so you don't need to. That's only if I need to ship it to you.
Okay.
So we all good. We finna do big business all back to Togo, man. All over the country. We ready. So you should get something else too. You should get some else. You don't need to do that because that's only for shipping.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'll give you your card right here. So you got that too. But I need to scan that real quick. Put that on there, and you should get another receipt from Stripe. So Stripe should give you a receipt too. It might be in your spam.
No, it goes.
It might be in your spam. And so later you're gonna get another receipt for your. Let me see what else you get.
Sometimes take your time.
Yeah, you should get more emails. Let me see.
No. I have to check it.
Let me see. Let me put the camera. So you need to get in too, man. We gonna plug you up too, man. We gonna sign you up too.
We're gonna plug you like I plug my computer, man.
Yeah, we gonna plug you up. Yeah. So yeah, man, you get yourself signed up, man. We ain't playing. I don't know what y'all doing. I don't know what they doing. But y'all see what we doing. Okay. Can y'all see this right here? This is an older model right here. So they got something that go fast. But it takes 2 jumbo rolls. And this, we out here, 5,000 Elite, we out here. I don't know if y'all gonna wait on the YouTubers, but we out here. Is it done? You see what I'm saying? 5,000 Elite. We out here.
个黎巴嫩的教会要这个东西，我拍个发给他们。
Peace, peace, peace. Testing, testing, testing. Testing, testing, testing. We going in today. Peace to everybody. How everybody doing? It's gonna get real nerdy today. We're not having an official meeting, but welcome. 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 This is brought to you by the 5,000 Elite. We're going to a little 5,000 Elite information today. We're going to be going in who we got up in the building. We got DOT first in the building. Joseph Scott, Copper Chopper. Alice in the building, Gretchen. We got Demario. Demario, let me see, Indigenous. Mario signed out. Peace, brother. I see you right here. Can you hear me? Okay, yeah. So what you want to do? We have different websites. We have different we've been having actual different YouTube channels. So if you've been following us on the YouTube channel, but if you haven't received your card, then chances are you probably haven't been following up because some people fell off and they wasn't following. But if you want to get your 5,000 lead card, click on the Cognito form right there, and then just fill that out because we do not ask you for your address on the initial sign up because we don't ask you for your address, and the card is also optional. It is optional, but we're gonna also talk a little bit about that as well. But today we're going in on how to take back our music industry. It's going to get very nerdy. I'm not going to go in too thorough, but we is going to get pretty thorough. This is some of the things that we're going to be talking about in our meetings. We're going to be having pretty soon. We're going to be having. If you don't have your ID number, it's okay. Just put in your phone number. Yeah, the ID number doesn't matter because once you put your name and your email, we're gonna recognize it. And then if you don't have your ID number, then just let us know you don't have. Just put I don't have my ID number, and that's yeah right there. Yup, and then you'll receive your card. Thanks for keeping up, brother, because it's time. It's crunch time. We got Diva in the building, Carlene in the building. It's crunch time, you guys. Our system is now automated. Before it was manual, so that means every time somebody signed up, I had to literally like spend about 10, 15 minutes, signing them in and things like that. But now everything is manual now, so we're upgrading our system. Um, and so we definitely appreciate that. If you haven't been around in a year, then there's a lot of stuff you need to catch up on. So I'm gonna, once I get your email, I'm gonna send you to some of our websites. I mean, I'm gonna send you to some of our YouTube pages because we talked about so much stuff, and it's so much stuff out there we've been talking about. So you can get caught up. But we're gonna be having our weekly and our quarterly meetings, starting pretty soon. And this is some of the things we're going to be talking about how to take back our music industry, that we don't even own, but we dominate. You know what I'm saying? So, Lady J in the building, Lolita Star in the building, Miss Legit 5484 in the building. Um, yep, Gretchen. What's up, Gretchen? Yeah, so we have a nice little Monday. We finna get started. Um, So definitely get yourself. But this right here is going to be very nerdy. I'm letting everybody know of any nerds out there. Um, I know I've been calling you Lolita Star for so long. It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. It's actually yeah. Yeah. So we're gonna get very nerdy today. So I'm just gonna let the people know. So any nerds out there, any real true nerds out there, this is your time right now. This is our time right now, to step up and do our due diligence. Um, we're gonna get very practical today, and there's gonna probably be some information that might strike. It might not hit you very well, but it will be okay. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely, you know what I'm saying. First off, okay, I got you. I got your email. You know what I'm saying. I got your email, bro. So I send you all your information. You good? Um, I definitely want to start off by saying thanks for everybody. For supporting the 5,000 lead and helping us manifest this, and helping us manifest this company. Um, it goes long. I don't want to start mentioning people names because it goes back pretty far. You know what I'm saying? And everybody know who they is. And so you're gonna start seeing slight changes because now we're now automated. So now we can actually handle thousands of people at a time. Everybody will get all their information at a time. There's also some slight changes as well when you sign up. You get your own little profiles and things like that. Those of you who signed up, after today, it is going to take a couple more weeks for us to get all you guys' profiles and yeah, all you guys' profile pages together because now we have our own little social media type of thing going on. So you're gonna get your login credentials. You'll be able to log in. You'll be able to, you know what I'm saying. You'll be able to look around. You'll be able to gain more stuff, and you'll be able to see more of the structure, and you'll be able to stay caught up on the meetings and all the good stuff. That's those of you who signed up uh, today and beyond, you guys will instantly get all that stuff. So just give us a little bit of time so we can get everybody caught up. And Copper Tony Tone in the building. If there are any nerds in the building, now will be a good time. Yeah, now will be a good time to come out and show yourself because it's about to get real nerdy. But where we gonna start at? First off, I want to start. Yeah. First off, let me address, the young lady who who I guess who didn't receive her card or whatever. Um, yeah. If you didn't receive your card, all you have to do, or if you want a refund, all you have to do, you have to tell us who you are, because I don't know who you is without certain types of identification. Um, but yeah, we're gonna get a little bit into that as well. Um, um, so a lot of people really don't understand and don't really know where it's going and how it's going to work. But these are some of the things we're going to be talking about because this industry right here is $1 billion industry and we completely dominate the industry. And but for some reason, people just can't seem to get a grips on the industry, either because they don't really care too much of shit, because it's going to take some hard work, or because people just don't even know how. People don't even really understand too much about how it works. But when they was taking over this industry, when they was constructing this industry, the people who was helping them take over the industry was a bunch of nerds. They didn't have no militant leaders or no pastors or no preachers or anything like that to help them take over this industry. I believe they went to a couple colleges and they did some college professors and some nerds, and that's how they took over this industry. They took over this industry with nerds. Okay, now with that being said, let me address something real quick. Um, to there's a young sister out there. I forgot her name, but if you can let us know who you is, we can give you a refund because it's time for us to go. You know what I'm saying? We are an international corporation. We have employees on, in India that we employ. We have people and connections and employees over there in China. We're currently working with the people of Somalia in the Somali community. They just purchased a network. You know what I'm saying? They just purchased a network on our channel. You know what I'm saying? We have our own POS system. Um, me myself personally, you know what I'm saying, personally. And I'm not trying to do the mechanics trick. I'm just trying to I'm gonna make a point. So I'm not trying to make you trust me, but I'm just trying to make a point. Um and so me personally, you know what I'm saying, my name's out there. Everybody know my name, Tyron Vital. You know what I'm saying, Data Dogs Communication. You know what I'm saying, I have a couple locations, 217 Como in St. Paul, 1506 Brookdale Drive, and then I also partner with another brother in South Minneapolis. I think that's in Chicago and Lake. But we're gonna shut that down, and we're about to merge two stores together so I can get freed up a little bit, and then I can have more time more time for the 5,000 elite. And then most people in my city, you know what I'm saying, they know me by the Lakeisha app. It's an international app for monetizing our children, and our children will be equipped with a alert system that if they get in an uncomfortable situation, such as Trayvon Martin, when a man is following him with a pistol, he able to alert all the adults and all the people in the city to let us know that they're in an uncomfortable situation. Then we have our own, it's sort of like the Amber Alert system. Now also it is another part, that is one part of it, but it's also getting a little deeper. We're not going to get into that too deep today. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to get into that too deep today, but we still going to get into that. And I also, you know what I'm saying, and also my sister is a local politician here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. She's actually the park board commissioner. Every month, she's probably in the newspaper. She probably is on TV. She just, received the free VIP tickets for Maxine Waters. I came here and met with her as well. She also met with a couple politicians a couple months ago. I forgot the guy name. Some guy. I did a little remark on it. You know what I'm saying? And apparently somebody think we stole their $20. And I was just saying that to say, not to be mean, but I mean, have you lost your goddamn mind? You know what I mean? Like, really? Is people really think we out to steal $20? Now, I don't know what's going on. I don't know how that works. I mean, we trying to get things together, but if we don't know who you is, we can't really respond to you unless you give us, you know what I'm saying? First off, you're gonna need at least an ID number. Okay? If you don't have your ID number, then what you can do, if you can give your email. Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me see if we can get that. Then you can give an email. Okay? If you don't have an email, then give your phone number. And then if you don't have a phone number, you can give your name. Now, with these four things, we can actually track you, and we can actually find out who you is. So that way we can actually give you a refund, or we got to know who you is. Without those things, we don't know who you are. See what I'm saying? It's just like going to a store and returning something. You show them your receipt, and they give you your money back. Without the receipt, we can't give your money back. We don't know who you are. You know, we don't do magic here. We just like any other, any other corporation. We're just getting started. So, going around trying to make it seem like we're trying to rob you. Like, are you? Ri- I, I mean, like $20. I mean, like that's what we do, you know. And I've been through these type of situations before, and matter of fact, I wouldn't mind sharing a little bit of that as well before we get in, because we going in, y'all. We going in. You know, you got it. We got you. I got you. Matter of fact, come to find out, um, but anyway, yeah, we don't need to steal your money, but if you want a refund, because we would love to give you a refund back, like that's no problem. If it's misunderstood or something, like $20, bro. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess I don't know. Some lady think we stole the $20, you know, All she had to do is just contact us. Like if there's nothing wrong with it. If you need your money back, there's nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? We all been in a situation, and some of us still in the situation. Well, you know what I'm saying? Well, we might need that little $20. That's no, no shame in our game. But in order for us to know who you are, it would be best if you was to able to, give us those one of those four things, and then that way we can know who you are, and then that way it's only one button, we can give you a refund. We still here, man. I'm glad you found us back. We still here. We've been here, but we've been getting shut down, man. We had some guys. You know what I'm saying? It's been a long road, bro. I'm gonna have to call you, but I'm gonna be calling everybody because we getting automated. So I'm gonna be calling everybody to update their information because we going to a new system. We're going to a more automated system, and so I'm gonna be calling everybody so I can make sure we got the new information. And but yeah, it's been going. It's been going. But a sister didn't get her card like you. She signed up a year ago. She didn't get her card, and I guess she felt that we robbed her. And I reached out to the sister like, hey, let me know who you is. I get you a refund. Give me a name, a number, an email. Give me something, because without that stuff, I don't know who you is. So I guess she didn't want to provide any of that. So now we just left like, okay, who is she, and how do we get her money back without getting her name, email, or any of her information? Like, we don't know who she is. So and so I'm just trying to fix that for the sister because I know how it is. But I also experiencing problems, and I don't know how people make that feel. You know what I'm saying? How people make that feel. Now, a long time ago, I had opened up a store. Matter of fact, because I experienced stuff like that too, and then it kind of make me feel a certain way. But a long time ago, I had opened up a store up in St. Cloud, Minnesota. Um, it was Nice Avenue Express, and that was the name of the store. It was Nice Avenue Express in St. Cloud, Minnesota. St. Cloud got a little hood up there because when we used to do our little routes from Chicago, St. Cloud is our last stop. Our last little drop off stop, and so they have a little hood up there, and so Ninth Avenue Express, I was inside the store. The store was owned by Ethiopian, I think an Ethiopian brother named Yusuf and his nephew PJ. And so, I opened up a Data Dogs up in there. And you know what I'm saying? You can Google it. It's called Ninth Avenue Express. It's still, he sold it. But I opened up the store up in there, Ninth Avenue Express, and when I first got there, people, what I'm saying, the people thought I was an African because they didn't really know too much who I was, and they was nice as hell to me at first. People was nice as hell to me because they thought I was an Ethiopian or they thought I was an African. So they was nice as hell. So then, people started coming in there that knew me, that knew my cousins, and they started figuring out like, oh man, he from Chicago. And then for some reason, our people started treating me like shit. I don't know why, but the second they found out that I was from Chicago, they started treating me like shit. But they was cool as hell. They was cool as hell when they thought I was an African. They ain't had no problems. People come in there, speak to me, blah 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 blah. But as soon as they found out I'm from Chicago, they totally treated me like shit. And I can't understand that right this day. And even one sister come in there, she ain't even banned her. She looking over there like, oh, what type of illegal activities y'all got going on over here? You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking like, the fuck's wrong? Like, what's wrong with this lady? It's like some people ain't never seen a young brother out there legit trying to do it. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make it out, trying to do something, and so it doesn't fit with them so well because they a lot of people really never seen that. You know what I'm saying? And so when they see young brothers out there doing stuff, they just assume. And this is the same thing that white people do. You know what I'm saying? You drive around in a nice car, white people looking at you like, how did you get that? Like, like what are you, an athlete? You know what I'm saying? And we do that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like this racial little tone, but that's how it makes you feel. It makes you feel like your own people is racist towards you and they look down on you like you can't be in this store selling.
products. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? You're a nigger from Chicago. You should be selling drugs and getting shot. And you know what I'm saying? That's what our own people make me feel like. You know what I'm saying? And but one worst case though, I'm gonna tell this real quick. The worst case is a woman came in there and I don't know what was this woman problem because she used to be nice to me, but she came in there and she was just like mad as hell at me for I don't know what the fuck. So she wanted to buy, you know what I'm saying? Because it was a lot of little crackheads in there too. Because they used to come in there on Friday, and they used to buy a phone, and they'd bring it back Monday after they smoke their money up like a little pawn shop and shit. So they treated me like a little pawn shop. So they try to invest their little money in a phone so they can have some money on Monday and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I caught on with that shit quick as hell too. You know what I'm saying? People coming in there, they phone screensaver on, like, oh yeah, I need my money back. My phone died. I'm like, sir, that's called a screensaver. If you don't touch the screen, if you don't touch the screen, the phone will it will shut off. It will go in sleep mode. And this dude was convinced that every time the fucking screensaver went black, he was convinced his phone shut off. So I already knew the deal. I wasn't finna sit there arguing with the motherfucker. I already knew Friday he got his money. He invested in the phone. So Monday he come back. He need his money. So he gonna return the phone. So I went through all that shit, you know. And it's one sister used to come in there and treat me like shit all the time. Every time she come to pay her phone bill, she always has some bullshit to say about my prices and whatever and whatever. And so one day she come in there and try to buy a phone charger, and I was charging $5 for a phone charger. Now, mind you, before I got there, Yusuf and PJ used to sell the same exact phone chargers for $8. For $8, the Africans were selling it for $8. Okay, I was selling it for $5. This sister come in there in front of everybody, made a scene in front of everybody. Oh man, I don't know what y'all trying to pull. Y'all scamming with this, right? These all prices and blah 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 blah. And she made a big ass fucking deal. And if the sister didn't have the $2, all she really do is say, brother, all I got is $3 right now. Let me get one of those chargers. And it would have been a done deal. So I kind of got the feeling she didn't have the $2, so she figured she gonna try to I don't know what the fuck, just try to go the fuck off, like, you know what I'm saying? So after she left, PJ come over there like, how much did you sell her that charger for? I was like $5. And his jaw just dropped like, are you kidding me? He's like, that's $3 less than we do. I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, yeah, they charge $8. So I don't know what it is about some of our people that we just do not, it just don't sit right with some of us. When some of us out there trying to, you know what I'm saying, trying to be righteous and trying to do some right thing. Now I'm not saying a sister like that, but I kind of feel kind of the same way because it's like young brothers is not supposed to be out here, you know, high tech as hell doing a lot of shit. It's like and that's how it kind of make me feel, and it's kind of sad because now you got somebody out there think I'm trying to rob them when all you can ask Google Home. You can just ask your phone, Google, what is 5,000 elite? And Google gonna tell you. Google gonna tell you. Anybody got an iPhone or Android, some shit like that? Go to your Google Chrome and just ask your phone, what is 5,000 elite? And Google's gonna. I mean, like we right here. So we don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody's $20 or no shit like that. You know. And I don't want this. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't, I can't really understand, you know what I'm saying? I don't really understand because I can't really talk to the sister because I ain't got no information. So, but if you can contact the sister, if you know her, just tell her to give me one of the things. I take an ID number. Okay, she should have. Let me see. I need at least an ID number. Okay, then that way I'll be able to give you your money back. I'll take an email. Oops. I'll take an email. I'll take a phone number. You know, or I take a name, or you can give me a name. Give me any one of those things, and we can get you refunded up. Now, Let's get it in, y'all. How we gonna take over this music industry? Right. Yeah. Yeah. I know. It's all good. Yeah, because some of our people don't. They never see. You know what I'm saying? They never seen brothers and sisters out there trying to make it and trying to do it as hard. So it's it's kind of like it's like it has to be some drugs somewhere. It has to be something wrong. So it has to be some prostitution. This is what white people do to us. We hate that. If that lady was if I was in that store and there was a white lady coming there telling me some what type of legal activities you got in there, I would have been like, you racist. You know what I'm saying? I would have been like, you racist. Or she would have come in there causing trouble, you know what I'm saying, telling her, oh, you scamming and all this shit. I would have been like, lady, you racist as hell. You know what I mean? That would have been racist as hell for a white person, but I don't know what to call it when we do it to each other. You know, but yeah, it's just simple. Just four different ways we can identify you. Refund, one button, no problem. But so here we go. So how we gonna take over this music industry, y'all? That's the meeting right there. And so I do, you know what I'm saying, we're not gonna get too thorough, but we is gonna kind of go in a little bit on this. And so where we gonna start at? Now, let me see. Anybody got any questions before we go in real quick? Anybody got any questions? You know what I'm saying? Because this is some of the stuff. This is some of the stuff that we have to go through. This is some of the stuff we're gonna have to be doing. This is some of the stuff we're gonna have to talk about in our meetings because we need to be able to do this stuff. You got to be very practical. That's why in the last couple weeks, I've been talking a lot about schematics. I've been talking about a lot about practical conversations and practical solutions because when you come to the 5,000 lead meetings, come practical. Okay, we don't want no Pokemon shit. Okay, and you know what I'm saying, and we don't knock no religion or nothing like that, but keep that shit at the door. We come and talk in practical solutions. You know what I'm saying, and if you have solutions, if you are able to do your solutions, that will be best because it's your solution. I think you will probably be best fit to do it. But if you got solutions and you want other people to do it, that might not work out because now you're throwing out good things and you're throwing out good ideas, but now somebody else got to do it. So now you put more weight on other people's plate. So I know we all filled up with good ideas. So if you come to the meeting with your good ideas, come to the meeting where you are the one to carry out your good idea. Because if I got a good idea and your idea good as hell, I'm gonna have to figure out a way how to do both of them. So if you got a good idea and you do your good idea and I do my good idea and we can sync up. So that's one thing we definitely um we definitely uh got to take advantage of because a lot of us we filled up with good ideas, but when it's time to carry them out, we want other people to do it. And so we're going to have to get out there. So I've been talking about practical. Now I understand we have some of everybody, but I mean, it's not going to be able to go to the meet. And I do got to say, for the people who believe that a Pokemon is going to come out the sky named Jesus and he's going to fight another Pokemon named the devil and they're going to have a bigger rumble on Earth and then the devil going to get chained up for 11,000 years or some shit and everything's going to be cool. I don't knock your belief. I don't knock your belief, but good luck with that. You know what I'm saying? Good luck with that. Those of you who's militant and you believe that, you know what I'm saying, I understand being prepared is one thing, but you believe that you're just gonna wipe out the mixed people, you're gonna enslave them or some shit. And then you're gonna just wipe out all of white people in America. Then you're gonna move up there to Canada and you're gonna wipe them out. And then you're gonna travel over there to England and you're gonna wipe them out. Then you're gonna wipe out the Asians and anybody that doesn't fit the description that you like, you're gonna wipe them all out, and then we're gonna take over Africa, and we're just gonna live heavily after. Hey, if that's your deal, okay, that's your deal. Good luck with that, buddy. You know what I'm saying? We trying to be practical over here, but good luck with that. Now, anybody that believe that, them law professors and these law guys, anybody believe that you're gonna have millions of people walking around with dossiers, and we all got these status corrections and shit. You got millions of people's walking around with all this paperwork and all this status correction, and everybody's just, all status up, and everybody just all straw manned, and everybody walking around just can't even go to jail. We're a whole hood full of diplomats, babies born with like no birth certificates and no nothing. It's just living in this utopia, just off the grid and all this other shit. And then some kind of way we gonna go to Washington, and they're gonna give us the land back, and they're gonna go back to Europe or some shit like that. If that's your deal, okay, good luck with that. You know what I'm saying? I don't knock it, but good luck with that. Those of you who believe we need to be going in the jungle, and we're gonna mess up the system by going in the jungle. We're gonna quit our jobs, and we're gonna, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna quit our jobs. I don't know what date. I don't know who's gonna start it. I don't know who's gonna be the leader. But some date we're just gonna quit our jobs, and we're gonna go in the jungle. Our wife and kids. We're gonna go in the jungle. No internet, no lights, no order whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? No, you know and then once we all quit our jobs, then the system is gonna fail, and then we're gonna come back with a fucked up system, and then we're gonna start over, and we're gonna pick up where everybody left off. And I don't know how that's gonna work, but some type of way we're gonna be winners and shit, and we're gonna win, and we're gonna be on top. If that's your deal, good luck with that. Okay, but over here we try to think a little more practical and try to get more practical solutions, and try to stay away from the Pokemon and the shit that sound good, and try to get it in. Now, this is what we gonna do. Peace, peace, peace. We out here. So peace. So this is how we gonna start this off. Now, one thing I want to talk about is, first thing we gotta understand about every industry. Let me see if maybe I can bring up the map. I might even bring up the location. Anyway, but shout out to everybody that's been supporting. We out here. We, like I say, we're moving to a new automated system, and so I have lots of confidence in the system, and things are about to start. Things are about to start. Unfolding and start going a little more faster. And one of the things we want to talk about is the music industry. Everybody know that we don't own our own music. They control all the music, but most people, I don't even think they understand even how they do that. I know a lot of people talk about owning their own publishing and owning this and owning that, but it goes way beyond that. It's going way beyond your publishing and things like that. Now, first thing I want to break down is that first thing you need to understand. Let me go ahead and bring up the map. This right here, this is our Lakeisha app map. As you can see, the little pings right there, this is where the majority of us are at. So the majority of us are scrunched in over here in this little area over there. So chances are 90% of you live in, about 80% of you guys probably live there in one of those areas. You know what I'm saying? And so shout out to everybody as well. This is how our community looks on a, on the Lakeisha map. This is how our community looks. And so this is just basically a zip code. This is not your house. We're not following you in your house. When you sign up for the Lakeisha app, you just put it in. You just put in the zip code. That's all. So this represents your zip code. And as you can see, now first thing you need to understand that a lot of people don't understand is that each industry ties back to a particular state. Okay? Ties back to a particular state. The music industry also ties back to a particular state. Now, I might lose a lot of people here because this right here is more like a phase one, because we have to be able to, we have to be able to communicate as well, but also we have to be able to investigate as well, because there's a lot of things we don't know, so we have to be able to vet. But what we do know is every industry ties back to a state. Now, you have to understand, United States is a whole psych up. Even the name United States is a psych op. Now, even though each and every last one of these states do have some things in common and do have some common ground together, but these states couldn't be no more ununited than ever. Each state is its individual and don't get it twisted. Okay? Some states they marry babies, like in Missouri, you can marry like 11-year olds. They got, you know what I'm saying? You can marry 11-year olds. California, you can smoke weed. Um, Texas, they fucking electrocute you. I mean, every state every state has its individual power. Even though it's called United States, even the name United States is a goddamn psych op. But each industry ties back to a particular state. So whether it's the oil industry, whether it's the fashion industry, whether it's hip hop, whether it's the tech industry, whether it's the grain industry, whether it's the movie industry, whether it's the I said food industry, um the airplane industry, whatever industry that you got out there, it would eventually tie back to a particular state. Okay? A particular state. Now understand each state is ran like its own country. I know we say that a lot and we talk about that a lot, but I don't think we really emphasize on it enough because we still got this Illuminati shit going on, and we think, oh, the Bilderbergs and the Illuminati and the Baphomet did all this and did all that. No, bro, that's your state sponsoring that. Okay? Even the drug industry, each one ties back to a individual state. Okay? Now the music industry ties to certain states. I'm not going to name no names because we still need to do a little more investigation, but each industry ties back to a certain state. And this state is they would be like the head, or this state would be like you know the capitalizers on that industry. They will be the ones who capitalize on that industry. And if you live in a state that you know and already know that is capitalized on that industry, then you know what I'm talking about. Some of us live in states where we don't the music industry is not what we do. That's not we not interested, we don't care. We got other sorts of ways of making money. So each state has its own money making industry. But understand sometimes the federal government have to limit what each state can make, because if one state make too much money or get too rich, it can throw the whole thing off balance. So they do you know link up with each other, but understand that though. So when you're dealing with an industry like the movie industry, it's gonna bring you it's gonna bring you down to a couple different states who's the head corporate. You know what I'm saying? Who are the head corporates of that. Now, that's every single industry. So we need to understand that. Now in this industry, if you tie it back to the state, now, when you're dealing with state, you're dealing with another animal. You're dealing with another type of beast. Instead of trying to deal with the Illuminati, and instead of trying to deal with the Baphomet and all the Pokemon shit, you know what I'm saying? Put a state on that industry. And now that you have a state on that industry, now you have a place to work with. Now you have something to work with, because you can't work with a myth, or not a myth, but some shit that you learned off the internet. It's like oh, the Baphomet. It's not saying it's not true. It's not saying the Baphomet shit and the Illuminati shit is not true. I'm not saying it's not true because I don't know, but I do know each industry has a particular state. Now, sometimes many of these states get so big that they have to go to other countries to establish things. So they get too big here in America. They done been around for long enough, and they done reach their peak. Once they reach their peak, then they go to other countries. This is very common. Now, when you're dealing with, so now first off, you need to let people know that you ain't scared. That you ain't scared. Now, I know me, I just can't be. I don't get it. Maybe that's my problem. But but so now when you dealing with a state, you dealing with some public and you dealing with some private. Now, investigating these states and investigating some of these things, you will slowly find out that there's some weird, twisted shit going on in these states that is state sponsored. State sponsored killings, state sponsored kidnappings, state sponsored drugs, state sponsored weapons, illegal weapons, state sponsored, hitmen, and there's a lot of state sponsored activities going on, but everybody's is focused on the Illuminati, and everybody is focused on the police, and everybody is focused on all these little bitty shit when they don't even understand, bro. It's your state, bro. Louisiana, anybody from Louisiana should be the main corporate out there understanding that. Because when you talk to Louisiana, people in Louisiana, man, they say they blew those goddamn levees. They be like, man, they blew those levees. They blew that shit up. When the storm hit, some people say, man, they were shooting us. They weren't trying to help us. They were shooting up. Little girls and little boys came up missing and blah, 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 blah. That was state sponsored. So, so instead of looking at, oh, the Illuminati did it and these people did it, understand that these states have huge amount of power. Okay, and each state should be looked at almost as if it's its own country. Now, it's very easy to find out all the states that profit heavily big off the music industry. It's not that difficult because the music industry is the headquarters and all that shit is not that many places. Now, so that's one thing you need to understand first is go back to the states. So each industry is tied to a state. Now, for example, Florida. Florida is one of the farthest places for me in America. Is one of the farthest places in me. So I know some of the things about Florida that a lot of people in Florida don't even know. Them Jews in Florida and some of the peoples in Florida, yeah, I've been watching you. I know some of your activities. I'm not going to expose it now, but you best believe Florida is going to be one of the first people, one of the first states that get exposed. Okay, and when I expose them, it's going to send shivers. It's gonna send shivers. It's gonna spin bad taste all across America, and they're gonna understand that we know and that I know what the fuck you been doing. So far as your little deep web activity, and far as your little whatever the hell you got going on, you know exactly what I'm talking about, Florida. You know what I'm saying? If y'all understand, and yeah, that's a state right there that needs to go to hell because they got so much weird ass messed up activity going on in Florida, and they're very active. And the thing about it is that these people, they ain't even ashamed. They just straight out, just raw out, just ain't even ashamed because they got this false paradigm over everybody's head and over everybody that they don't even gotta hide it. They ain't even hiding like they should be. You know what I'm saying? So it's real easy to get dirt on these people. It's real easy to find out all the flaws in the states and what they're doing. Um, but that's just one part of it. Now, we're going to deal with another part. Now it's about to get real nerdy. So I just want to let y'all know I'm not going to expose Florida right here, but Florida will be exposed. And then after that, we're going to the Carolinas. The Carolinas, that whole eastern seaboard over there, with all those ports over there, y'all fucking getting exposed already. You know what I'm saying? You got drugs and shit that's been found in like Philadelphia. Now you got a couple weeks, I think last week, three countries in South America, lights went out. They whole power went out. In Argentina, you can Google it. Argentina, Paraguay, and Uruguay, all lights just went out. Boom, just went out. So they was living with a couple days with no lights. Three whole entire countries. I'm talking about the whole entire country went out. Now, see, that's something that's very weird about this country because if that was to happen here, it will probably be mass killings. Now one of the people that think that America's strength is because they got a lot of guns. that's actually their weakness because they can't handle something like that. You wouldn't be able to handle a massive blackout in a city like New York for a whole damn week or something. It will go nuts. You see what I'm saying? In some of these cities, especially Texas, it go blank. It will go nuts. And this right here is one of the biggest downfalls that we face is that we hate each other. And many other countries they like each other. They don't, you know what I'm saying? I mean, they might have their little tit for tats and their little beefs, and every country got its crime and stuff like that. But our countries, we are living in a country where we literally hate each other. You know what I'm saying? And you have to be able to understand that. So there's certain things that we cannot handle as a country that other countries can. You see what I'm saying? Look over there in Argentina. They went black. Argentina poor I think it's Uruguay and Paraguay. They was blacked out for like 3 days, no lights whatsoever in all three countries, the whole countries, and they was able to stick together and maintain without massive crime and killings and all that type of shit. Let some shit happen like that. Here, it's a wrap. So that's what I'm saying, that's a flaw that we have here. And no matter how many bombs, no matter how many guns, no matter how many weapons you got, if your home can't even protect itself from itself, it's a wrap. But anyway, this place is very fragile, you guys. It's a lot more fragile than you think. It is very, very fragile here. I'm not going to get too much in that, but those of you who are nerds, you understand what I'm saying. This place is so fucking fragile that this shit at any given moment, uh, things can happen. But anyway, now, first thing we want to understand is that when you're dealing with the music industry just went digital. We got North End Wolf in the building. How you doing, sir? Mikey D, Pony Lock, Seeker of Truth. How you doing, sister? Um, Up in the building. Chad Murdoch. We're going in. We're going in. Now, understand the music industry now went kind of digital now, and so when you're dealing with digital, you know what I'm saying, you're basically dealing with different types of languages. And so, owning your own language will be the first place you want to start. Because if you don't own the language and if you don't own the format, if you don't own that, then what you're doing is you're basically in somebody else's house. It is the equivalent as somebody building a house on somebody else's property. And so one day you walk past your property like, why is a house? Why is that a house on my property? This used to be an empty lot. And the guy come out and say, yeah, man, this my house. And you come out like, bro, unless you can make this motherfucker float or some shit, you're on my property. You see what I'm saying? So this is where you get the MP3, the MP4. These are the different types of formats that you need to understand. And when you're also dealing with AM and FM. So we're gonna dib and dab. We're gonna go into a little bit of AM and FM as well. And then we're gonna check that out. Now let's see where we at. Now, when you're dealing with FM, because that's usually where most music is pumped out at. You know what I'm saying? When you're dealing with AM and when you're dealing with FM. Now, I can read up on some little stuff, try to make me sound smart, but anybody can just Google this stuff. It's not so hard. But as you see, the people who own that, there's people who own these stations, and this is where most radio is pumped out if it's not on MP3 or MP4. Now, just having your own now this is a certain frequency in these two frequencies. Now, VFS, those are vacant. I believe those are vacant now. There's like some weird shit going on because nobody really use analog TV no more. But in order to, but I don't want to talk too much about the frequencies. What I want to talk more about. I want to talk a little more um, about the actual languages. So we're going to bypass frequency. We're going to do that more in a meeting. And so we're going to go strictly to MP3. Now, when you're dealing with MP3, who do you think invented MP3? Most likely it's probably some Jews. Okay. I can't even pronounce their names. Dicer, Sedizer, and Carl Heisman, Brandenburger, or some shit like that. So they got these real names, and they the ones who invented MP3. Now, those of you can understand what an MP3 is. What I want to do before we go into that, I want to break down some math for you. Now, this is some math that I actually made up and I actually created, because anything that you use of theirs, and it is made and it's benefit them. So whether it's just the language or whatever it is you use of theirs, it will some kind of way benefit them. But like I say, I had created a new system of math. This whole entire country is ran on nothing but ones and zeros. Ones and zeros. This is what keeping this country alive. Okay? It's just ones and zeros. This is what's holding up this country. This is how your banks work. This is how your commerce works. This is how your phone works. This is how everything in this country works off ones and zeros. Now you can understand why I say it's so fragile. It is so fragile because the system is ran by ones and zeros. And so ones and zeros is so easy to manipulate and so easy just to break in. You can't really get that encrypted. But I'm going to show you a new method of math that I created myself. I didn't get it from no website or no shit like that. I literally created this type of math. And so that I'm going to show you. It's just so it's a way to understanding math in a deeper level. And those of you who are nerds, yeah, you probably finna get some real true nerdy shit out the deal. Now, understand ones and zeros is how everything works. Um, that's what your internet is working off of, just a bunch of different ones and zeros. But I'm gonna break this down. So first you have the number zero. Okay, the number zero represent a female number. Okay, it has its own pressure. It has its own weight. It has its own color. It has its own tone. It has its own whistle. You know what I'm saying? It has its own whistle. It has different other types of properties that goes along with it. It is not just a number. And so this is some things that we have to understand, and we have to be able to format. Each one of these numbers has a significant amount of properties to it. Now, this is what I'm telling you. This is what I am saying. This is what we're going to be doing. Okay, we have to put properties into these numbers. We have to put personalities. We have to put certain things into these numbers. And being able to do this with these different types of numbers, we are able to manipulate. We are able to do a lot more. Now, so you have zero that would represent a female number. Zero actually represents the law. The law represents authority. So then it will be authority figure number. So then you have the number one. Number one is a male number. So you got your odds and you got your evens. Your odd numbers will be a male and your even numbers will be a female. So you have your one. One has its own properties with it. It is not just a number. It has properties with it. So I don't even know let me see. It's a number with properties. Now their ones and zeros that they have don't have properties. You see what I'm saying? The ones and zeros that's in your world right now, they don't have properties with them. They're just dumb, blank ass numbers. Okay? And the system is so heavily embedded with dumb, blank ass numbers that they can't change it. They can't change it. It'll take years and years and years to try to change it to something new, to try to change everything into something new. And they're going more and more and they're investing more and more on these dumb ass numbers with no properties. But our numbers have properties. In my math, in my equation, these numbers have certain properties to them. So it is equivalent of getting, let's say if you get a Samsung TV and an LG TV. You turn one of them on 10 and you turn the other one on 10 and you get two different sounds. You get two different sounds because they're blank ass numbers. They don't have no river. They don't have no properties to their numbers. But in the world with properties with numbers, if you take one of our TVs and you can take another TV, um, that uses our properties, you turn it to number 10 and it will be the same number 10. You know what I'm saying? It will be the same number 10, and certain things like that. That's as far as I can explain it to you, so you'll be able to understand it. Now, but anyway, that represents a male number. So then you have number two. Number two is a female number with its properties. Then you have number three. Number three is a male number with its properties. Then you have a female number. Then you have a male number. Then you have a female number. Then you have a male number. And then you have a female number. Then you have a male number. You see? So these are the 10 numbers right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So these are the 10 numbers right here that with the different type of properties that we're going to be using and that we have to be able to implement. Now, I know the nerds understand what I mean by properties, so I'm going to break this stuff down. Now, if you check out these numbers, if you check out what I just said and you be able to use it to what I just said, you'll be able to do math a lot more easier. For example, if you have the number 23 and you have the number 32, now you will see you have a female in front and you have a male in back. The same number, but you have a male in front and a female in back. Now, in order to get a even number, what I mean, by even number, which means that it don't have it means that when you divide the number in two, you get two equal amounts. So if you take the one with the male in the front, I mean with the female in the front, if you take 23 and you divide that by 2, you're going to get a point 0.5. It's not going to be even. So anytime you have a female in front, you're always going to get a point 0.5 or a point 0.8. You're always going to get a point or a decimal point, which represent children. You're always going to get other numbers. But when you take the one with the female in the back and you go 32 and divide that by 2, that's going to be 16. So you got 16 and 16. You see what I'm saying? Equals 32. So therefore, you're going to have your even numbers. You're going to have your even properties. Now, with this concept, you know what I'm saying, of what I'm telling you, you guys, that we can, you know what I'm saying, we can control things on a very higher level, on a more mathematical level, with just not dumb ass numbers. You see what I'm saying? They will be numbers with personalities. Yeah, if you understand what I'm saying, if you can follow me. Okay. Now let's just try another. Anybody throw a number out there. Just let's go with 2 digits. Let's go with a 2-digit number. You know what I'm saying? Let's go with a 2-digit number, just out of the blue. And we're gonna do some more exercises, because I want some of the people of the league. I want you to start kind of understanding some of this math. The math going to get higher. Is going to get more complicated. So we're going to be studying and things like that, because we just can't be going off emotions. We're not a political group. We don't walk around here waving flags and shit with tattoos and shit, talking about how the Pokemon coming and how we gonna murder all the mixed people and all this other shit. We ain't got time for that shit. Okay, so now you got 25. So now you got a female in front and you got a male in back. Now let's do 52. Then you have a male in front and female in back. And so now when we try to take 25 and we try to divide it by 2, what are we gonna get? We're gonna get 12.5. So we're gonna get children in the mix, because the female is in the front. Now let's take the same number with 52, and we're gonna divide that by 2, and we're gonna get an even number, which is 26. You see, which is 26. You see, so knowing the characters of the numbers and knowing how to place the numbers will get you different properties, will get you different mixes and matches. It's kind of like having a mixing board. having like one of those big mixing boards they be showing on TV, like Dr. Dre in the studios. I know Busy Bee use stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And you have the mixing boards and you're equalizing. So with this concept, we are able to equalize. We are able to equalize our technology in more advanced ways, and in different types of ways. You know what I'm saying? And this is a concept that I invented. So this doesn't outside, what I'm saying, outside my mind, it doesn't exist unless somebody else on another planet or some side of other planet just came up with the same concept. But this is I invented this by myself. And so it's so much to it. You know what I'm saying? There's so much to it that it, it's what I'm saying, it's gonna take a little time to understand it. Even numbers. What I mean with even numbers, even numbers means um that you can split it in two without getting a decimal point. Without getting a decimal point. So if we take 12, and I mean if we take 25 and divide it by two, we're gonna get, you know, we're gonna get a decimal point in there. You see, we're gonna get 12.5. We're gonna get 12.5. 12.5 plus 12.5 equals 25. But if we take the number with the female in the back, we're gonna get two solid numbers with no decimal points. So we're gonna go 52 divided by 2 is we're gonna get 26. So 26 is a whole number, and 26 plus 26 equal 52. And so anytime you have that female right there, you're gonna get that number. You see what I'm saying? You're gonna get that full number. You see what I'm saying? But when you switch it around, you already know straight from the go. You dealing with fractions. You're dealing with a decimal point. If you know the 25 is in back, when you know what I'm saying, when you're doing division. You understand what I'm saying? So we can try it again on another one. So from now on, you guys will be able to look at numbers different. Like if you understand what I'm saying, you should never ever look at numbers the same ever again. So let's just say 47, and then we go 74. You see what I'm saying? So we go 47, okay? Divided by 2, we're getting 23.5, because you see you have the female number in the front. So you have the female number in the front, you have the male in the back, and you're going to get a point 0.5, which would represent children to me, which will represent a third person, or another number. You see what I'm saying? Now, when you switch that around and you do 74 times 2, you're getting 37. So 37 plus 37 is 74. So you're getting two solid numbers. Huh? 47. Oh, you was finna say that? Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Right. So you're getting two solid numbers. Now let's throw some 3-digit numbers in there. Let's throw some 3-digit numbers in there with the same concept. You throw out some 3-digit numbers. We can do the same thing, and we can do it with some 3-digit numbers, and you'll be able to mix them and match them. So when you see two female numbers in the front, or you see a female number, or we can do two female numbers. Let's just do two female numbers versus two male numbers. Let's just go 22. You know what I'm saying? Uh, and we looking at division. That's two female numbers times two. We already know that's gonna equal to 11. You know what I'm saying? We can go 66. You know what I'm saying? 66 divided by 2. As you can see, we're gonna get 33. You know what I'm saying? It's two male numbers. You know what I'm saying? And then if we do, 33, which is two male numbers, and we divide that by 2, we getting 16.5. You know what I'm saying? So we getting decimal points and shit. You know what I'm saying? We getting decimal points. Now let's see, let's go 99. You know what I'm saying? That's a male number. You know what I'm saying? So 99 times 2 equals 49.5. So you always going to get that 0.5 and that point this and that point there when you dealing with male numbers. But then when you dealing with zero, okay, now you're dealing, it's a female number, but it has more properties. It has law. It's the law. It's the order. Now one and zero represent, you know what I'm saying, you have a female and you have the law behind it. So these are going to be your largest numbers, okay? Because you have a female number and you have the law behind it. So anytime you have the law, which also represent the female, is gonna be the largest number. But this is going to be your largest number. You see, so if I add 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, that's the largest I can get. If I, you know what I'm saying? So 1 is actually the largest number. You see what I'm saying? 1 is actually the largest number. Now, see, if I change that to a 9, let me see. Change it, you know what I'm saying? Now, if I change that to a 9, let me see. And let's see, we add a bunch of zeros. I don't know that number. Oh, I don't know where that 9 came from. Now, if I make that a 1, which one would you rather have in the bank? Let me see. With more zeros. If you understand what I'm saying. So if you got 8, let's just say 8,000. Okay. Now if you put a 1 in there, it actually drops down. But when you know what I'm saying, it drops down 7,000. It drops down 7,000. You know what I'm saying? With the 9. So or with the 2, it dropped down 1,000. But if you add more zeros, you know, one can put anything less than the 1 can actually take away as well. So it's kind of within line because 1 could be the largest and it also can be the smallest. So if we go 10, that will be smaller than 90. You see? But if we go, you understand what I'm saying? Can y'all understand what I'm saying? It's really kind of hard to explain. You can make 1 the biggest number and you can make it the smallest number. Just put like that, depending on how you manipulate it. But anyway, knowing these different types of math, then you'll be able to convert these maths into languages. Okay, you convert these math into different type of languages. Now, when it comes to different types of languages, the first thing coming to mind is the simplest thing that's coming to mind is probably the Xbox and the PlayStation. Now, the Xbox and the PlayStation own their language. Okay, they own their language. This is why you can't play Xbox games outside the Xbox. This is why you can't play PlayStation games outside the PlayStation. Okay, so step 2, you know what I'm saying? Step 2 is you have to own the language. You need your own language, if you understand what I'm saying. And so this is what we finna break down. I'm finna break down some languages. In Windows we call them extensions. You know what I'm saying? Or we call them formats. But they're nothing more but languages. And languages is break down with different types of ones and twos. I mean ones and zeros and things like that. And so now when you own your own language, that means you own it. It doesn't matter. You own your own everything. For example, if you have let's say for example we have MP3, okay, that will be a language. Now, if you are an artist and you own your own publishing and you own your own rights and all that other shit, but guess what? You don't own. You don't own that language, bro. You don't own MP3. You don't own AM and you don't own FM. So you can't be half-assing talking about you owning some shit when you in their house. You can't not be You cannot be an artist in their house. I'm pretty sure. Michael Jackson knew this shit, but I'm not sure who else know this type of shit. Um, I'm not sure who else knows this, but you cannot have your own if you're in their house, if you're on their language, if you're using their language. So you can have the dopest beats you want, but after you get done with those beats, you're gonna seal those beats in somebody else's language. You're gonna use an AFF file, or you're gonna use some type of MP3 file, or some MPEG, or some 4 MPEG 4, some shit. You're gonna use a different type of language. So the first thing, one of the first steps of taking over the music industry, you have to create your own language from which your music is read. Okay. Now, if you have your own language, then you're gonna have to have different types of converters and things like that. And so this is why Sony and PlayStation are able to do what they can do, because they have their own languages and they control the language. So you can make a game, you can make a PlayStation game, but in order to use it on the PlayStation, is you're going to have to use PlayStation languages, otherwise your game can't be read. You understand? You got to understand what I'm saying. And so a lot of people really don't understand what the fuck they be talking about, understand what they be saying when they be talking about these legal terms and all this law shit about you need your publishing and all this. No, bro, you need your own language, bro. Jurisdiction. There we go. You need your own jurisdiction. That's dope. That's dope. That make me sound smart if that was in my vocabulary. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? You need your own jurisdiction. If that's a better way to put it. If you don't have your own jurisdiction, then what you think you're doing, you're not doing. All you're doing is protecting yourself from legal matters. And so these are the type of stuff that we need to be dropping down and we need to do. So we need the nerds to come out. You know what I'm saying? Because we need to create our own shit. We're going to take this industry over. The shit can't be that hard. It ain't that difficult. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't going to be easy, though. It ain't going to be easy. But it, you know what I'm saying, it ain't gonna be easy, but it's not that difficult. And so I have some programs, and I have some things, and I even have some things started, you know what I'm saying. But I'm going to show you some, I'm going to, before I head out, I'm going to show you some little steps on also about dealing with different languages and things like that. um all the nerds should be able to testify, because if you're a true nerd, then you should know what the extensions is. You know what I'm saying? On your Windows. If you have Windows, I don't know what they call them on Mac, but in Windows we call them an extension. And I'm going to show everybody how to bring up their extensions. Bringing up the extensions basically means that you're bringing up the type of file. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and go to my the screen real quick, because I'm gonna show you how to do that. Okay, let me go ahead and testing. Can you hear me on this side? Okay, cool. So I'm gonna show you how to go ahead and do that using Windows. How to display your extensions. Now, matter of fact, let me explain what extensions is. Um, First off, let me show you. Let me pull up some stuff, and I'm gonna show you. Okay, so let me see. We're gonna go with, let's just go with sound. Okay. Now, as you can see, each one of these files ends with a dot MP3 or dot something. That dot MP3 or that dot something is called an extension in Windows. Some people call it a format, some people call it language, you can call it whatever you want, but Windows language is called the extension. And so these right here should always be identifiable on your computer. But Windows, Adam, when you put in your Windows, it automatically hides it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you how to take it off. You know what I'm saying? So you got .mp3, we got some dot. Let me see. Let me see if we can go to maybe some pictures or something. Okay, here we go. See, we got .jpg, You know what I'm saying? Dot PNG. There's different types of. They're basically called. Most people just call them formats, and that's what that is. And so now I'm going to show you how how to uh how to get that to show on your computer. Because if you have a Windows computer, you should always have that shown so you can know what type of files, and you need to learn what type of files that you're working with. So where you're gonna go at, you're gonna go to appearance. I use Windows 7 because I'm used to Windows 7, uh, Windows 10, um, Windows 8 and Windows 10. They got some, they got some of the same features, so it's pretty much the same exact way. You just got to know how to find your control panel. You know what I'm saying? So you go there, and then you go to folder options. Okay, you're gonna go to folder options. If you can see that, I'm sorry I can't really see the chat so much. You're gonna go to folder options. You click on folder options, okay, and then you're gonna get this comes up. You're gonna get this to come up. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, exe is exe files. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I just call them. I just usually call them exe. That's good. Okay, okay, got it. Um, so you go to view. Now you see right here it says hide extensions for known file types. Now yours comes checked. It comes checked. So what you got to do is you got to uncheck that, and then press OK. So that way, every file on your computer, you will be able to. This is a shortcut, so it doesn't have one. This is a shortcut. So you'll be able to have one. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this on location, and it's going to take me where this file at. And as you can see, we have dot DLL. You know what I'm saying? Dot exe dot. So all my extensions is always going to come up. So this right here, these different types of extensions represent different types of languages. Now the only way this computer can read certain languages is if it has a converter. Now as you can see right here, we have TV monitor dot sy underscore. Okay. Now this right here is a non-readable file. So I'm gonna try to open the file, and Windows gonna tell me Windows cannot open this file. And it's gonna ask me if I want to look on the internet for something, or I want to install something. So let's just look on the internet, because I believe this is a private file for TeamViewer. I believe this is a private file, so I don't believe this file even simply open like that, but it can be. So let's go on the internet, and let's see if we can find something to open that. Okay, so it says open system file extensions. You see right here. Let me see, on MS DOS. So it's a DOS file. It's a DOS file. Remember, the computer ain't nothing but DOS is the operating system, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? So it's a DOS file for platforms, understand? But if I can find something that open it would be like a translator. So it would basically translate. Now, yeah, this site does not look secure. There's no information or nothing like that. So I'm not clicking on anything on this site. I hate I even came here. But as you can see, there's no simple way to open that file. And so for us to be able to create our own languages, so we can have our own files and we can have that language. Now, being able to convert our music in that language, then we will be able to come up with the converter. So the converter, so we will own the language and we will own the converter. So now that we own the converter, the only way you can listen to our music is if you get our converter. You see what I'm saying? It can be free downloadable or whatever. They can be a free downloadable, or you can charge for the converter, whatever you want, however you want to do it. But it's the only way to get our converter. Now that you have that converter, you will be able to put all the music on your system or systems. So just like YouTube's algorithm picks up different vibrations and different pictures, It automatically knows who's using what. If you take one of Dan Calloway videos and upload it, the system will detect it. So anytime somebody's listening to your music, anytime somebody listens to your music, it will detect it. So we would automatically know how many times that song been played. We can know all types of things inside the song. We can know if they skipping it. We can know. I mean, it can give. It can. We can. If we can get more details than MP3, because MP3 don't give you that many details. All they do is just let you listen to the shit. You don't really get no deep. You know what I'm saying? They get details on downloadable. So in the back end, they do get details, so they know you're downloading it. Google gets it. You know what I'm saying? But we're not getting it. You know what I'm saying? We don't know how many people, how many times you listen to that song. You know what I'm saying? How many things like that. Now with that comes a whole new industry. Just simply changing the format comes a whole new industry now. Cause now you're dealing with a whole new industry. So now you get different types of apps. Okay. I need to get my Be Busy format on my app in order to listen to these types of music. So now you got to get that Be Busy app. So now that Be Busy app is in your phone. You know what I'm saying? Will have to be downloadable in your phone. And it's only amount of time for the phones be trying to get the shit in there. You know what I'm saying? Because they gonna want some of the information that's up in there. But anyway, and so simply changing that format, this is step two. You know what I'm saying? When we start have our meetings, we're gonna break things down a little bit more, and we're gonna get a little more into this stuff. But this is the stuff we have to be talking about, and this is the stuff we have to be implementing. We have to be very practical. Now, you know what I'm saying? We have to be very practical when we come to our meetings, because we out here. We're not trying to get history lessons. We're not trying to figure out who's Moors or who's Aboriginals. We're trying to get business and get business done. And this right here is one simple step, that can create a whole new industry just by simple changing the format on our music. You see? So Jay Free will upload, you know what I'm saying? Jay Free would take his you know what I'm saying, was would get his little, you know what I'm saying, his little software. He got his song all mastered up, and you know what I'm saying, and he can take it and he can convert it, and he will be able to convert it, or he will be able to save it in that format. So if you save it in that format, it seals it up. Boom. This is ours. You see what I'm saying? Don't even bring it to MP3. Don't even bring it to MP4. Format that shit on our shit. And now the only way you're gonna be reading that file is if we allows it. If we allow it. So we cut off all the Jews and all the weirdos. We cut their ass completely the fuck off. Like, how are they doing that? How we get that music, all that music bumping over there? And this is step one, you guys. There's more steps, but this is that step one I wanted to talk about, because when we in these meetings, stuff like this gonna come up, but we gotta be practical about it. And I know a lot of people are familiar with the music industry and know about the music industry. I've been hearing about how we the best music, and we got the best music, the most influential music, and blah 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 blah, and blah 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 blah. And nobody's really saying, okay, let's really take a look at this shit. Let's get some nerves together and let's really take a look at this shit and figure out exactly what the fuck we got to do to get our shit back, or we gonna complain for 100 more years. That's not what we into, bro. We into practical solutions. That's what we do over here at the Fact House Elite. You know what I'm saying? So definitely get yourself signed up. If you're a nerd, we're calling all nerds. You know what I'm saying? Because we're gonna have to do all this little nerdy ass shit to get this stuff together. This is our INF file. If you open that up, it opens up in this format. You see, it's a little license file. You see that little file? Look at the language. Look at the language that they're using. You see what I'm saying? Open up. You see, look at the language that they're using. But insert now. Look at all this right here. Insert, show encoded. We can insert different types. All different types. But as you can see, this is the core. Let me see. This right here is basically the core of all this shit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know that. All the nerds know that. This ain't nothing new. But for some people who don't really know, who don't really understand, and they're just dumbass numbers, like you type in the number one, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't have a personality. It doesn't do nothing. It's just a dumb one. And this is why this country is so fucking fragile, because all the shit is ran on dumb ass numbers with no personality, with no actual properties. None of this shit that we're working on, whether it's police station, all this shit, no, none of this shit have properties to it. It's just manipulation of ones and ones and one. That's, you know what I'm saying, different types of ones, and maybe some alphabets and some shit like that. As you can see that shit. There's no properties. You see what I'm saying? And by us being able to add properties to our coding, you know what I'm saying, um it makes it a lot more encrypted. And so also with the format I just gave you, I also gave you a key to different to open up different types of encrypted files. What I just explained to you about male and female and the different ways and stuff like that. If you got more information on that, if you understand it a little more, you will be it's a key to open up, encryptions. That's what I just explained to you. I don't know if you know that or not, but that's what I just explained to you. It's not the full spectrum, but it's a partial key. And this is why this country is so fucking fragile. And only, but, you know, you got some weirdos out there who's hell bent on bringing it down and let's do all this. Ain't nobody trying to, man. We just need to get our own shit and keep it moving, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's all, you know? And so, Lucian. Our own operating systems, right? On operating systems, on chips, hardware, right? That's what I'm saying. But just starting with a format of a simple format. Now, just y'all remember. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show you. Y'all remember when the iPod came out? The iPod came out. The iPod started a whole new industry. The iPod was an MP3. Before that, we was using CDs. And the CDs reads AFF files, I believe, AFF or some type of audio file, and so they own that file. So every time these people and every time these artists create this stuff, they don't understand that you still don't own your shit because it's on their shit. You might feel like it and you might think it, but if push come to shove, they can just say, hey man, you're you know we you're gonna have to get your own language. We own this language. It's on our house. So that makes it our property. Even though you don't spend millions of goddamn dollars making all those damn CDs, you don't even own the format, bro. So what the fuck is these dudes doing? You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they're just dumb or they just don't care or what it is. But that started a whole new industry. First you had the iPod. And then you had this shit called Zoom, the Zune or some shit like that. And then the phones start reading MP3. Remember the phones didn't used to have MP3. They used to use GPP. You remember the phones used to use GPP files or GP files or some shit like that. And then they went to MP3 files. And then now the cars read MP3 files. So now the car radios come with MP3 files. What else come with MP3 files? PlayStation got 3 MP3. Xbox got MP3. Now MP3 is a whole new industry of its own. So with just some simple four nerds and a chalkboard, bro, can start a whole new industry with just a simple language change. So we need, you know what I'm saying, and so we need. That's one of the step two. If y'all understand what I'm saying. So we got a long way to go because the brothers and sisters are out there, they still hurting and they don't understand this type of shit. If you a nerd, bro, that's a reason you're a fucking nerd. You're not a nerd by chance. There's a reason that your ass is a nerd and you understand this stuff. probably on a more deeper level than I do. So we gonna have to step up and we gonna have to bring that shit home. I know the people is hurt, bro. The people are bogus as hell, bro. They hate the shit out of us. We talk too good. You don't talk good enough. Your girlfriend white or Asian or some shit. You not a Moor, you not a Jew. I mean, they hate the shit out of us, bro, but they still our people. You know what I'm saying? They still our people, regardless. You can hate me as much as you want. I'm just gonna fuck out you, and you just go hate yourself. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so we gotta step up, bro, and we gotta start getting this shit done. You know what I'm saying? And so this what we out here to do. We ain't no goddamn religious group or no shit like that. I know a lot of people got things mixed up, messed up, you know what I'm saying, through the years and all through this and all through that. And people thinking we're gonna be flipping some factories and flipping this and doing all that. Yeah, it's gonna be money flowing around, it's gonna be all types of shit flowing around. But the main point is that we have to figure out solutions. We have to figure out solutions and we have to figure out practical solutions for our problems. Not just debate about them. You understand what I'm saying? So come to the table, come to the meeting. We're probably gonna start having meetings in the next couple weeks. Come to the meetings with your practical think tank on. You know what I'm saying? This is one of the things we're gonna be cracking open. We're gonna be dealing with this music industry. We're gonna be dealing with other different types of industry. And remember what I said, every industry ties back to a certain state. And if you can put a state on that industry, then you can look at that state and you can see the different types of activity that they do in that state. And I know Cleveland, I mean not Cleveland, but Ohio, y'all some grimy motherfuckers in your Ohio, cause y'all, I think y'all across the pond from Canada or some shit like that. Y'all not too far from let me see, where is that? Yeah, y'all like right up the street from Toronto and Canada, so y'all got some weird European shit going on between Canada and America. You know what I'm saying? And then you got Texas and Mexico. Y'all got some weird ass shit going on between Texas and Mexico, all the places and shit like that. So it's a lot of weird ass shit going around here, and a lot of these people that's controlling this weird ass shit is tied to these industries. If you understand what I'm saying, that's tied to these states. So it's not the boogeyman, it's not the Baphomet man, it's not the goddamn devil, and it's not this, it's your mother state, bro. It's your state that's behind it, that's pushing it. Take a look at what I'm saying. Take a look at what I'm saying. I can tell you right now, damn near all major crimes tie back to a particular state. And some of them dealing with other countries as well. Time to change the language, bro. That's right. It's time to change the language. You know what I'm saying? And we right here, we finna do that, man. We finna put this up, man. Peace to the chat out here. You know what I'm saying? We got another week go by. We finna pop off these 30 days pretty soon. You know what I'm saying? Lotus in the building. We up here. Y'all know where to find us, 5000elite.com. You know what I'm saying? We finna start pushing. And some people that make it, I'm gonna be making phone calls pretty soon, letting people, you know what I'm saying, trying to update people's information because we're moving to a new system. We've been back here working the whole time. We never fell asleep. It only looked like it. That's all. That was look like it. And we got Trap B&B in the building. You know what I'm saying? Where we at? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here, y'all. And we gonna get out of here in style. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to we gonna get out of here in style and watch us take over. Shout out to the brother Q Butter. We finna go ahead and get out of here. Peace. You know what I'm saying? We gonna come back. We gonna come back. We gonna get back to the nitty gritty. Get back on the job. You know what I'm saying? We trying to get more of the culture. You know what I'm saying? If we can. But you know, a lot of people don't want to play ball. But it's all good. We still out there. Shout out to the juggernauts. You know what I'm saying? Atanchin is one. You know, he got his culture freedom. Those of you in the South, if you guys want to, do some little videos of people at the mall, see what's, hearing about if they ever heard that they had Indian in their family or something like that, you know what I'm saying? Take some little videos. You can upload them. You can, send them to Atanchin is one, Data Dolls 33. We got that little project on the way. You know what I'm saying? We got Busy Bee back there making beats, Black Lotus making beats, so we got beat makers in there. You know what I'm saying? Then Dan Calloway got that movie coming out as well. You know what I'm saying? Corey Mayo been dropping some more hot stuff, but he's kind of been absent, so we got to get him back on here. You know what I'm saying? We got Jaguar Omac, we got AP. AP got a debate league going on. They've been back there in the back chat. And I've been weirded the fuck out because they be having some weirdos in there and shit. And I'm like, oh shit, I'm back there kicking motherfuckers out and shit. But we got you. But he got, you know what I'm saying? He got the debate league coming up. So anybody trying to get some debating on, some yelling, some screaming, or I don't know how they gonna do it, but you know, they're trying to have a little more intellectual, to be honest with you. We really don't want no baiting and screaming. You know what I'm saying? So you can hit us up. You know what I'm saying? You can hit the brothers on that. You know what I'm saying? Chief Holiday got so much shit coming out. He got Cowboys and Indians coming out. Link you in the back chat. Oh, you getting in too? Let me see. Well, I exited out. But get a hold of AP. Aboriginal Power. You can email me. I can see you his email if he's up in here. AP, you can put your email in there. Or you could just go to Tribe Up. Just go to Tribe Up, like sign me up for the debate league. Yeah, hit up AP. Yeah, so get into that league. You know what I'm saying? Get you some of them under them belts. Some of you young phenoms out there. You know what I'm saying? Definitely get in the league, sharpen your skills. You know what I'm saying? However it's gonna work, and get some information out of there. Hopefully we get more culture out the deal and things like that. So that's gonna be pretty good because we're gonna be taking people to those limits. So that's over there. So who else we got? We got Black Lotus. Y'all know Black Lotus got the cynical language over there on Tribe Up. You know what I'm saying? Then you got me, your boy Ty Data. This what I do. We got to figure out these solutions, practical solutions. So everything is a solution, but it just got to be practical. You know what I'm saying? Who else we got? We got Libra Sun. Libra Sun got the declaration coming up. We're going to be celebrating that. And we also got First American Gods. That's the cartoon that we got coming out for the children's for the children to help them with different situations, to learn different situations when they get in racist situations and all types of things like that. When people following them and getting swimming pool, getting cussed out at swimming pools and stuff like that. So we're gonna be helping with stuff like that. Don't forget, we got Universal Media coming up. Thanks for the people been signing up. It is not all bad, you guys. It is not all bad because people been signing up and people is out there. It's just we expected a lot more because we hear so many complaints. We just expect people to just swarm on the shit, but they're not. But it is not all bad. So people been signing up. People never stop signing up. You know what I'm saying? You already know we got FatThousLead.com. Now, if you sign up, it's going to be different than people from a month ago or from a year ago. And to the and to the sister that want a refund, all you need to do is give us a name, a number, an email, or something like that, and we can find out. We can look in the system. We can find out who you is, and boop, right there, we can just press refund and delete, and it will be very simple. No, you know what I'm saying? Nobody need to want your $20 or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? We some young brothers. We legit to the core. I know that might be weird for some people, but that's how we do. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And who I forget? We all good. Yeah, we got Young Yashua been coming up, showing some love. We got the one sister be coming through, showing some love. Diva been coming through, showing some love. She definitely put some energy on to the platform. We got Chief Oyemina out there, so we out here, man. We got to get this culture off the ground, and we're gonna have to do it together. Now, all this kumbaya, everybody's gonna be all hugged up and shit, man. That is possible, but man, as long as we can think practical, we good. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Shout out, y'all ready? Let me see where we at. We out of here. Don't forget to download the Lakeisha app. Get yourself in. We out.
Hi, my name is Lakeisha from the Lakeisha Network. I am here to remind you to go to your Google or Apple App Store. Simply type the words LAKESHA and then search to install and download the Lakeisha Alert app to stay up to date on my new superior features. Subscribe to my YouTube page, opening up your app and clicking menu. Click on the About Us tab. Try to get familiar with my software and also teach it to your loved ones.
Watch it take over. All this shit that you see, we gon' make our way to the top. You can trust now, trust and believe. Watch us take over. Yeah, all this shit that you see, we gon' make our way to the top. You can trust, yes, trust and believe. Watch us take over. Yeah, my dad is drumming differently. We find the wins in all the games that they try to play. We held our ground, tell our fans through the poverty. While leaders down, knowledge drown, but we find a way. Life was cold, but we made it hot. No matter how it goes, we gon' make it pop. Black is like a gold or a precious rock. So message to my foes, we gon' never stop. Cause all of us ain't ignorant. Learn the light, see the code, you'll see the difference. Cause all of us ain't ignorant. Learn the life, see the code, you'll see the difference. Watch us take over. All this shit that you see, we gon' make our way to the top. You can trust now, trust and believe. Watch us take over. All this shit that you see, we gon' make our way to the top. You can trust now, trust and believe. Watch us take over.
From the land of the street lights where kids get kidnapped, black man murdered through a white man's dispatch. But my aggression overcomes the oppression, and the fact that I can speak is my deadliest weapon. Look, this for the ghetto, shit that only we see. They take us out the streets and stash us in the OBCC. Now these shell tops slowly walk the cell block. I swear this shit can get funkier than stale socks. So I learned to be humble in this jungle. Keep some pads in my step, cause if I stumble, shit can crumble. The cops keep killing all our soldiers, trying to control the population, cause they know one day
watch us take over.
Yeah.
All this shit that you see, we gon' make our way to the top. You can trust now, trust and believe. Watch us take over. All this shit that you see, we gon' make our way to the top. You can trust now, trust and believe. Watch us take over. All this shit that you see, we gon' make our way to the top. You can trust now, trust and believe. Watch us take over. All this shit that you see, we gon' make our way to the top. You can trust now, trust and believe. Watch us take over.